Hi viewers, the watch feature today will be from the very underrated Swiss brand Raymond Weil. Now this is the beautiful, very classy Freelancer dive watch. Comes in this lovely leatherette style travel box that comes again inside another box. Anyway, very nicely done. Let's have a look at the watch. So this dive watch is part of their Freelancer collection, and it is extremely high end. Raymond Weil are a very underrated brand. They're not one of the oldest by any means, but they are producing some very classy pieces. The watch is not cheap. I mean, these retail for around about $1,600–1,700, maybe more. But because they're not such a high demand brand, you can get some huge discounts. And this one was less than half price. And it really is a very well made piece. So let's just go over the specs quickly. The case size is 42mm, the lug to lug is 50mm, it's just over 12mm thick, and the lug width, well, I measured it to be 21mm, which is that slightly annoying size. But you see it comes on this very smart rubber strap. They also come with a very well made stainless steel bracelet, but I think it looks really smart on this strap to match that beautiful blue ceramic bezel and the lovely glossy blue dial. You have this classy looking, very highly polished clasp there, and the rubber excess just slips under there on the wrist, just curls under and then just clicks shut like that. And this is a proper dive watch. It is 300 meter water resistant, has a 120 click unidirectional bezel with a lovely action, very solid, no play at all, lines up perfectly. You've got a very well engineered screw down crown, very smooth, no grittiness at all, and pops lovely. Very silky action. And as you can see with this watch, it's got the unique date wheel there where you can see, obviously it has a bigger window, so you see the preceding day and the next day. I've never been a big fan of those wider date apertures, but it's quite well done on this watch because the dial isn't fussy, there's nothing else going on, and I think they fitted it in very cleverly actually, and it makes the watch a little bit more unique compared to the other divers in this category. So it's grown on me. I'm all right with it now. I wasn't sure at first, but I really don't mind it. Kind of like it now. The indices, you can see they're very nicely applied on the dial, and they're filled with superluminova, which does glow very brightly. The case is brushed all on the sides, but really highly polished on the top of the lugs there. This watch really is similar to a very similar spec, similar priced Swiss automatic dive watch, and that's the Oris Aquis. Very similar size, got the ceramic bezel on both, similar handset as well. same sort of thickness. And I think the Raymond Weil is equal, if not better than, the Oris in terms of fit and finish, which is saying something, because the Oris Aquis is a really classy dress stroke diver's watch and a very, very popular watch as well. So I think the Freelancer has done really well to compete with that, and in my opinion it just shades it for quality. It's just that bit classier in my opinion. It's just so well made, it really feels special in the hands as well. So we'll look at the dial in a bit more detail now. This really does show up the first class finishing on this watch. Absolutely superb and immaculate. The finishing really is flawless on that dial. The indices are precision applied. Can't see any rough edges there at all. The printing is absolutely perfect, so crisp, and the ceramic bezel, all those numbers and markers are deeply engraved and filled with the white paint. The Lume pip there on the 12 o'clock. The second hand sweeps right to the edge of the dial. Always like to see that. It's a beautiful blue glossy finished dial. Absolutely stunning. And then we got the crown signed there. Very smart. Lovely combination of brushed and polished. And here we have that relatively simple caseback, but very nicely finished. So pleasing to the eye. Looks beautiful. I do think Raymond Weil is a seriously underrated brand, and when you look at these up close shots you can see the quality. I mean, that's just a beautiful piece of art really. Absolutely lovely. Wonderful. Now this is powered by the Caliber RW4000, which I believe is a modified Solita movement. The power reserve is a bit disappointing at just 38 hours, but it is very accurate, very reliable. Just a very decent watch all round. And one of the big differences to the Oris is the price, because they do, as I said, they do retail at very similar prices, but you never see the Oris discounted like the Freelancer. And I think that just comes down to demand. There's a lot of demand for the Oris. They don't need to discount it. They sell very well. But with the Freelancer, with that brand being a bit less well known and underrated, you do get incredible bargains. And if you've been watching other videos on my channel, that is what I like to feature. I do love featuring watches that you can find that are equal to the big brands in class and in fit and finish, reliability, looks, luxury, all of that. But you're getting the same type of watch for half the price. Nothing wrong with the Aquis at all. It's a beautiful watch, but it's expensive for most people. And you can have something equally as good for half the price with this. You just have to hunt and search until you find someone doing these deals. This really is a beautiful, stunning watch, very hard to fault. Just oozes quality. Okay, let me show you what that looks like on the wrist now. Do like a dark blue strap with a blue dialed watch. Goes so well. Nicer than the average black strap. And of course it's much lighter than a stainless steel bracelet, so very, very comfortable. And this watch does have an anti-reflective sapphire glass, so as you can see it's really super clear. You feel like you could just touch the dial. It is a fairly big size at 42mm, and the lug to lug is 50mm, so it does cover the wrist quite a lot, but it's not overly thick, so it doesn't look too bulky. Very smart. Okay, let's go straight into the Lume shot now. That's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you have been thinking of getting one of these watches, go for it. You won't be disappointed, I'm sure. You'll love it. It really is special, and a little bit more unique than some of the other more well-known brands. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.